Good morning, students. In the previous session, we have started lesson number 9, disaster management. In that, we have studied definition for disaster management, and then we have studied about effects, reasons, and preventive measures of earthquake. Okay, now we'll move to the next part. Yes, now the next is fire. Types of fires first we will see. This is also disaster. So the first one which we have studied, that is an earthquake. Now the second one is fire. Now first we will see the types of fire. In that first is class A fire, means solid substances. Commonly flammable materials. Flammable materials means the materials which can catch fire easily. So the commonly flammable materials are their fuel sources like wood, clothes, coal, papers, etc. So these are the solid substances. They can catch fire easily. This fire can be put out with water. Yes, this fire can be put out with water. So this is class A fire. In types of fire, the first is class A fire. Yes, which is due to solid substances like wood, clothes, coal and papers. Okay, and this fire can be put out with water. Now we'll move to the second type of fire. Second type of fire is class B fire, that is because of the liquid substances. Fires caused due to flammable liquid substances like petrol, oil, varnish, solvents, cooking oil, paints, etc. So this class B fire, it causes due to the liquid substances like petrol, oil, varnish. Varnish means it is a kind of liquid which we are using to apply it on metals, wooden things or the materials. Because of this it gets shiny color and the hard surface. Okay, so this is about varnish. The next one is solvents, cooking oil, paints, etc. So these are all the liquid substances. Because of these also they are flammable liquid substances, and because of this it caused fire. All these substances are lighter than water, therefore fire extinguishers can be used to extinguish this fire. So class B fire can be put out with the help of fire extinguishers. Now the next third type of fire, that is class C fire. It is because of gaseous substances. Till now we have seen the two types. Class A fire, yes, which is because of the solid substances, and the second one is class B fire, which is because of the liquid substances. Now the third one is class C fire, which is because of the gaseous substances. Now fires caused due to the acetylene. Acetylene is also hydrocarbon gas, household gas like LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. So class C fire, it is caused due to acetylene and household gas, that is LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, so this is about class C fire. So class A fire, that is because of the solid substances, class B fire which is because of the liquid substances, and class C fire which is because of the gaseous substances. Now we'll see the more types. Now this is class D fire. It is because of the chemical substances. Class D fire, the fourth type of fire, that is class D fire. It is because of the chemical substances. Fires caused due to combustible metals like potassium, sodium and calcium, which react with water at normal room temperature. Now this type of fire caused due to the combustible metals. Combustible metals means the metals or the materials which can catch fire easily, like potassium, sodium and calcium, which react with water at the normal temperature. Then magnesium, aluminium and zinc react with water at a high temperature. When both these groups combine with water, it explodes, it bursts. Okay, so this is fourth type of class fire, that is class D fire, which is because of the chemical substances like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium and zinc. They are reacting with water, yes, and because of this it creates a fire and it explodes. Okay, so this is class D fire. Now we'll move to the last type, that is Class E fire, which is because of the electrical substances or because of the electricity. A fire caused due to the electrical components is class E fire. So this type of fire is because of the electrical components. To extinguish such fire, power is cut off and non-conductive fire extinguishers. For this, first we have to cut off the power and non-conductive fire extinguishers like carbon dioxide are used. Okay, so this is about class E fire, that is electrical, because of the electrical components. A fire caused due to the electrical components is class E fire. To extinguish such fire, power is cut off and non-conductive fire extinguishers which cannot catch fire easily, they are like carbon dioxide are being used. Okay, so till now we have seen 5 types of fire. Class A fire, which is because of the solid substance. Class B fire, because of the liquid substance. Then we have seen class C fire, which is because of the gaseous substance. Then class D fire, which is because of the chemical substance. And the last one, that is class E fire, which is because of the electrical components. Okay, hope you are clear with all the 5 types. Now we'll move to the next part. Methods of fire extinction. There are 3 main methods to stop the spreads of fire or to control the fire. First one, we know, all of you are knowing the first method, that is we are using the water. Yes, so the first one is cool out, that is use of water. To extinguish fire, water is most common and effective solution which is easily available everywhere. If you spray water on the fire or around the fire, it creates cooling effect and helps to control the fire. So this is the first method to stop the spread of fire. Okay, there are 2 more methods that also we will study now. So there are total 3 main methods to stop the spreads of fire or to control the fire. In that, the first one is cool out, that is using water, use of water. To extinguish or to stop the fire, the main common or the effective solution which is easily available everywhere, that is water. Okay, if you spray water on the fire or around the fire, it creates cooling effect and helps to control the fire. Now we'll see the second method of fire extinction, that is suppress the fire. How you will suppress the fire? To control the fire which is caused due to electricity or oil, sand or soil can be used. Yes, to control the fire which is caused due to electricity or oil, we are using sand or soil can be used to suppress the fire. If we sprayed a froth like substance, froth means it is like foam. If we sprayed a froth like substance on the fire, it cut off the contact between air and fire. This method is more useful to extinguish the fire spread due to oil. So this is also one of the method. In the second one, we have seen suppress the fire. How you will suppress the fire? If the fire is caused due to the electricity or oil, we will use sand or oil. Sand or soil can be used if it is due to the electricity or oil. Right? Now we can use froth like substance, foam like substance on the fire. It cuts off the contact between air and fire, so it will not get spread. This method is more useful to extinguish the fire spread due to oil. So this is about second method. Now we'll see the last method, that is third method. Keep away flammable substances. Keep away flammable substances. Flammable substances means the substance which can catch fire easily. Okay, so we will keep away all the flammable substances. In this method, all flammable substances are kept away from the fire. Otherwise what will happen, if near that fireplace, if we have kept flammable materials, then it will catch fire easily and it is easier for fire to explode or it will spread everywhere, right? So first we have to keep away all the flammable substances. Any wooden article or flammable substances must be kept away so that no source is left for the fire to spread. otherwise it will spread everywhere. Stirrup pump is the best device to put off small fires. Stirrup pumps are also used. It sprays water in all the direction around the fire. Okay, so this is about third method, keep away flammable substances. In this method, all flammable substances means the substance which can catch fire easily. Okay, that all substances should be kept away from the fire. Any wooden article or flammable substance must be kept away so that no source is left for the fire to spread. And the stirrup pump is the best device to put off small fires. What we are using? We are using stirrup pump to put out or to put off the small fires. Means we are spraying the water in all the direction around the fire. So these are the methods. Now we'll move to the next part. I hope you are clear till here. We have studied the types of fire and we have seen the methods. Okay. Now what are the precautionary measures or the safety measures? Precautions and safety measures for fire. The first one is develop the habit of switching off the gas regulator when not in use, especially during night time. Yes, whenever we are not using the gas regulator, we should switch off that, and especially at the night time. Switch off the electrical appliances when you are going out of the house. Switch off the electrical appliances when you are going out of the house. To make others alert and call them for help or shout loudly at a time of fire. Then call fire brigade. And the last one is provide information how to use fire extinguishers. We should provide information how to use fire extinguishers. And what is the first aid? The first aid is let the patient sit or sleep in a comfortable position and call the doctor immediately. We have to take doctor, we have to call doctor immediately. First, we will ask the patient to sit or sleep comfortably in the comfortable position, and then we'll call the doctor immediately. Okay, so these are the precautions or safety measures for fire. First one is develop the habit of switching off the gas regulator when not in use, especially during the night time, and switch off the electrical appliances when you are going out of the house. To make others alert and call them for help or shout loudly. Third one is call fire brigade. And the last one, we will provide the information how to use the fire extinguishers. So this is about precautionary measures. Now we'll move to the next part. Hope you are clear with this. Just now we have seen types of fire. Then what are the methods to put out the fires, and then precautionary measures. Now the next disaster is landslides or rift collapse. What is the meaning of landslides or rift collapse? Natural cracks and fissures present in the hard rocks cause their breaking. Okay, fissures means the narrow openings which are present on the rocks. So natural cracks and the fissures present in the hard rocks cause their breaking. Especially at the time of heavy rain, water entering these cracks causes weathering of the rocks. Weathering means breaking down of the rocks, and weight increases. These rocks slide on the slopey region and settle at the lower side, and because of the weathering of the rocks, their weight increases and these rocks slide on the slopey region and they settle at the lower side. This is called collapse of rift. So this is about landslide and rift collapse. So natural cracks and the fissures present in the hard rock, due to the heavy rain, the water enters in these cracks and it causes weathering of the rocks, breakdowns of the rocks, and its weight increases and these rocks are slide on the slopey region and settle at the bottom or the lower side, and this is called collapse or collapse of rift. Okay. Now, what are the causes of landslides? The causes are after effects of natural disaster like earthquake, tsunami, heavy rains, storms, floods causes landslides. So these are the effects of natural disasters like earthquake, tsunami, heavy rain, storms, floods. After this, there are the causes, or these are the causes of landslide. Okay, unlimited cutting of trees causes soil erosion. One more, that is unlimited cutting of trees, it causes soil erosion, and this is also the cause of landslide. While building roads in mountains, there is a lot of digging that makes the mountain weak. And while building the roads in the mountains, there is a lot of digging, and because of this reason, it makes the mountain weak and it causes landslide. So these are the causes of landslide. These after the effects of natural disaster like storm, heavy rain, tsunami, floods, it causes landslide. Then unlimited cutting of the trees, it causes soil erosion, and this is also one of the cause of landslide. And then while building the roads in the mountains, there is a lot of digging, and that makes the mountain weak, and this is also a cause of landslide. Now, what are the effects of landslide? The last part, that is effects of landslide. Rivers get flooded and change their path. The first effect is rivers get flooded and change their path. Second one is displacement of waterfalls, formation of artificial water reservoirs. So displacement of waterfalls, formation of artificial water reservoirs. Third one is there is life and financial loss on a large scale as trees, buildings, rocks on slopy area collapse on low-lying land. So there is a life and financial loss on a large scale as the trees, buildings, rocks falls on a low-lying area. And the next one is landslide affects the traffic. Yes, sometimes it affects traffic also. Landslides destroys plant life on it, and it destroys the plant life on it. Okay, so it will harmful for the biodiversity also. So these are the effects of landslide. First one is because of the landslide, rivers get flooded and change their paths. Displacement of waterfalls, formation of artificial water reservoirs. There is a life and financial loss on a large scale because of the collapse of the buildings, trees, rocks on a low-lying land. And landslide affects the traffic. It also destroys plant life on it. So till now we have seen the second disaster, that is that is fire. In that we have seen the effects, preventive measures and causes of fire, types of fire we have seen. Yes, methods also we have seen, and preventive measures we have seen. After that we have studied about landslides or the rift collapse. Okay, we have seen the effects, right? So hope you are clear with this. So here we have completed lesson number 9, disaster management. I hope you are clear with this. Okay, till now we have seen the definition of disaster, then we have seen the definition for disaster management. We have studied about an earthquake, then fire, and the third one, that is rift collapse or landslides. Hope we are clear with all these things. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much.